Hey, welcome back. It's Darlene over here with Tinge of Bravery. You can find me on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube, and on my new online blog, Unmaking a Mess. And it is actually Tuesday night, January 16th, and I want to do another in the moment video because I don't think I can get this all down in writing quick enough, but I do plan on doing that as well for my online blog. But I felt like it was really important to just do a recording because of what happened today. And well, pretty much like this whole week, so that you can watch me get through it. I guess that's the meaning of it. I'm constantly trying to figure out, what it is God wants me to do. And, like, to be honest, I feel like there's something that I'm not doing for Him. Like, I'm not trusting Him enough. I know God doesn't present challenges to us. I know He doesn't do that. He doesn't, like, make things happen. Although I do feel like there's times when, a lot of things can happen in our life to grab our attention. And I don't know, exactly how those things occur, other than the fact that you just might have a really old house and things are going to break, for an example. Or something's going to happen within your city and you're going to have to boil water for a whole week. Or your furnace is going to need something cleaned, and since it's like -10 outside, you want to make sure you get that done on a Saturday morning, and it ends up costing you over $300 to have someone come out. So that kind of gives you an idea of my last week, from boiling water to having a furnace go out. And most recently, as of 4 o'clock today, I was sitting there working on photos, and my daughter was in the bathroom doing makeup or something, and we just hear this crumbling happen. And, I knew right away when she said, "Mom, there's water," that inevitably had happened. It was bound to happen. I mean, our house is so old that, there's no basement. So the pipes are just, right there, immersed in the freezing cold, the Arctic cold, over and over and over in Kansas, and your pipes are going to burst. So I kind of been expecting for that to happen. Surprisingly enough, I remained calm. We went and got a bunch of towels, laid them down. I walked into our laundry room, lifted up the boards where the main water shut-off valve is, and I turned the water off. And of course, immediately the water stopped pouring into our bathroom downstairs. So, yeah, and put the towels down, and less than 40 minutes later, we got ready to go because she had practice tonight. I mean, what else am I going to do? She had to come to practice. I can't get a plumber there tonight. I mean, I suppose I could if I really wanted to, but I felt like this was just one of those times where, we had to really feel this challenge and deal with it for, the next 12 to 18 hours or whatever it might be. So I was able to contact our insurance agent, and she gave me some great suggestions. She's so absolutely supportive and trustworthy. And then I contacted a friend that we've known for years. Our daughters have played ball together, and he runs a plumbing business, and he said he could have someone out at 7 in the morning. So I really call that a win. I just want to say, you know what, take that, Satan, because you're not going to screw with my head and my emotions more than they've already been messed with. But, I'm kind of seeing a trend here, because the last time I was here, which As you can tell, you see me in my car. I am sitting at my daughter's volleyball practice. Like I said, less than 40 minutes after the water burst. We turned it off, cleaned it up, and got on the road to come, to practice an hour away. I gave specific instructions to my other daughter because we do have a whole separate tank upstairs for water, so that is a very good thing. Let's try to count some blessings here. So I immediately went upstairs, and I feel like I was smart enough to get that water turned off, that valve turned off, because I don't want to deal with this when we're not home. And I think that is another blessing in disguise, that the water burst while we were still home. I mean, that could have easily happened after we left and my other daughter was there. I think she could have figured it out. I would have just had to, give her instructions on where to turn the water off and stuff. But, I'm trying to see the good in a lot of this, that I have an insurance that can take care of it. We have a good plumber that can send someone over. I got the water turned off. I was smart enough to turn the water off upstairs and gave instructions to my daughter to turn it on when she needed to use the bathroom. And I boiled lots of water today, so we have clean water. Yeah, that's another issue because our city issued a boil advisory. And so because there's not enough chlorine getting in the water, so you've got really crummy, crappy water coming through your system right now. This is my life, and it's not just my life, it's a lot of other people's lives. I mean, in our entire city, everybody is having to boil water and, buy bottled water and stuff. And, this is just the kind of things that happen. The house is old. The pipes were bound to burst. It was going to happen. I texted my neighbor and I said, when these kind of things happen, it's just those moments that make me feel like maybe I should move, find a little bit more secure of a house, one that isn't quite as old and needs so much work. But she made a really good point, and that is, I know the home and I know exactly what it needs. I know what I've fixed and I know what I'm fixing. And I think that was great advice because I don't want to move. I love that house. And once summer comes around, I love that house twofold. And, I'm not the kind that's going to say, hey, I put my house before anything else. No, you can love your home so very much that you miss it terribly if you ever have to move. And, I was thinking that last night. I'm not sure why I was thinking about moving last night before this water issue even happened. But I was thinking about my mom. I guess I have her picture in my bedroom of when she was really young. And for some reason, the thought occurred to me about how we had to move her and how adamant she was about not wanting to leave her home. And maybe I was thinking that. Maybe I was thinking about like getting really old and someone telling me that I had to leave my home so I could be safe in a nursing home, and how hard that would be. I mean, I love our home so very much. It's just hard. This year is already starting off really, really hard. The last time I recorded from this car at this facility, this practice facility, my daughter was home, my oldest daughter, and she was really, really sick. And so on top of that, her car would not start. So I had to try to find somebody to go jump her car, and we got that done, and she got home, and we got her medicine. And as I'm driving up here, I thought, okay, challenge accepted. Last week, it was her getting sick and her car dying. I got past that. This week, it's pipes being burst. And God willing, by tomorrow evening or the next day, we will have resolved it. That's just how life works. It doesn't mean that it makes it any easier, or, I can handle these things great. I think I handled it pretty well. My youngest daughter driving up, I was kind of short with her on a couple of things, and she was like, "Mom, what's wrong? Are you mad?" And it's like, "No, I'm frustrated." And she whispered to her friend that we were bringing up, she goes, "It's because of the water." And I say, Clara, all things considered, I think I'm handling it pretty well. And I really thought I was. And I still believe that. I mean, there's not much you can do. Just hope and pray that it gets taken care of and you figure out where the money's coming from. I think that's my other concern. I mean, this year has already started off with my daughter being sick, the furnace, the pipes. I feel like there was one more thing that started off our year already right after. Oh, yeah. It was the disability payment that I was going to address, and I haven't had a chance to. And I still don't want to address that yet because it's really kind of hard to explain. But right after the 1st of January, I got a notice that said, payments were going to go down. And guess what? That's what makes me think about God. I read stories all the time, real life stories of where, people want to do something or they feel like God is trying to call them to do something. And so they'll do it just halfway. And they keep running into obstacles, or, they know that their full unbounded trust is not there because they're trying to control their life just enough, just in case things don't work out for them in regards to what God is telling them to do. And that's where I feel like he's gripping me. God, I sound like I don't like sounding that way. I just want you to see me for this person that believes this stuff. I'm not trying to be evangelical. I'm not trying to preach. I'm not trying to, be a story. I'm just telling you what I feel and what's in my gut. And I keep feeling like God is saying, you're still not getting it. You're not trusting me. And so all these things are happening and you just need to let go. I don't know. Pipes bursting, furnace breaking, daughter getting sick, payments going down, thinking about life and death, increasing my life insurance. This is me. And I really hope that someday, I'll do a recording where you can see me and I can tell you, I just had to trust him fully. And at that particular time, my daughter has picked out her college. She has a volleyball scholarship. My other daughter is in the job that she wants. Both of them are. One as a psychiatrist or a psychologist, and the other one working in a hospital or whatever it is she wants to do. And me, maybe in a relationship and financially set. That's my prayer. I feel like every time I turn around, something is happening that is costing me so much money, and I don't know where the money's going to come from. I think that this blog and my podcast is going to do it. Don't laugh at me. I don't know why. maybe that's why I plead with you to share and subscribe, because I feel like one of these days it's going to hit that right person, or someone's going to read it or hear it or see it, and they're going to say, God, I really want her to write a story, and or do a real blog or a real podcast. I do have a real blog. Listen, I'm just rambling here just to fill time. I'm at 16 minutes, and I didn't even mean for it to be that long. This was just supposed to be one of those in the moments. And so I guess I'm just here to say that I'm glad we had tacos last night instead of going out to eat, because that saved us money, because the pipes were going to burst today. And that's all I got. I'm going to get this down in writing, and I think it's going to be a really good post for you guys. So if you like reading instead, I'm sure it'll sound a little different, but it'll have a lot of the same content. Pray for me, our home, and our family, my girls and my son, and I'll pray for you as well. And thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe and share, and I shall be in touch, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care all. Bye.